Salute to all the real ones out there. It's your boy Mike coming at you again with another video. Yo, y'all like the content I've been dropping, the direction that my channel is going in? I need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos with anybody else you think may benefit from them, alright? Now, you already know I gotta give y'all a quick apology because I have not dropped a video in like 3 weeks. So, this has nothing to do with y'all, nothing to do with anything in particular, except for the fact that if y'all remember in one of my other videos, right before I went on my hiatus, I was mentioning that I changed jobs. Now, as y'all can see, you know, I'm in a different environment. I gotta say, my new job is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna get into the details, just know that, you know, it's been a hot minute since I made a video and I wanted to slowly but surely like get back into it. It's been a little bit of a rough ride for me to adjust my body to the new schedule. Even though I'm working less, I had to take like that time to actually let my body catch up. Now the thing is, if y'all want to know about like what I was doing before, I kind of briefly mentioned it in my videos, but I was doing security work. So I wouldn't say labor intensive, but I was definitely not getting the amount of rest I needed and things like that. So over the last few weeks, I've actually been sleeping a lot and just getting my body used to being on a less grueling schedule. Now, I have actually missed making videos because I realized, you know, this is something I actually like to do. I like to drop videos and give some decent content because I feel like right now, especially in this moment, this exact moment that we're living in, is very crazy. I mean, you have all this stuff going on with Corona. I see like a huge decay in the culture in, let's say, America and the Western world. And I just feel like many of us as individuals are lost. So a channel like mine is a very infant compared to like Kevin Samuels or Alpha Male Strategies or other channels that I even find useful to listen to. But I feel like over time, a channel like mine will actually gain some traction. You know, I'm going more in the direction of like thinking man's Templar. I don't really care so much for all of the red pill, you know, mainstream type topics. I'm trying to relate to people who actually think for themselves and have goals and aspirations in their life and are looking for people who are also on a similar journey that are moving with a code of conduct in this crazy world that we're living in, you know. So that's neither here nor there. Today's topic is just going to be a little bit of a rant, and I'm going to jump from all over the place, but honestly, just going off the cuff and giving y'all just some raw things that I've noticed over the last few weeks. All right. So one thing that I want to stress right now is that it's very important for you to march to the beat of your own drum. As I look back at like my life, I've always been a person who had an internal compass that led me to wherever I was headed. You've heard some of the examples that I've named. The fact that I was determined to get my first job at 16, and then I worked and made money, and then right after high school I felt compelled to leave my mom's house and then get an apartment even though I didn't go to college, lived on my own, joined the army, got out of the army, stayed with my wife in Germany, got married to her in Denmark, and basically have been doing this contracting stuff ever since 2019. So if anyone was to follow my path, it would be a very haphazard path where you're not really going along with what everybody else is doing, but more so to the beat of your own drum. So even right now, I find it very important to stress how maybe not for everybody is that the key to success, but for me, it definitely has been. And if you feel like inside of you, desires, dreams, goals, aspirations that don't align with what everybody expects from you, fuck everybody else's expectations and go with your own internal compass, all right? Reason why I'm saying that is because even in my situation, I'm over here in Kuwait. making money, eating correctly, staying healthy. I'm not drinking or smoking or doing any of the things that I would maybe do in Germany, or if I was, let's say back in a home environment. Professionally, I'm stepping my game up, and at 35 years old, I feel very good, if I'm being just totally honest. Of course, I miss my wife, I miss our relationship, our daily interaction and stuff like that. But I'm saying by and large, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, in every way, I'm trying to step my game up, right? But if I would have listened to anyone except for myself, more than likely I would have been deterred into another direction. And I would have gone off track from what I know inside that I want to do, which is to be financially free and set up. So even now, there might be people who have comments about this, that, and the third, but you got to understand everybody has their own path, their own journey to take. Steve Jobs mentioned, I think, like right on his deathbed, that you should always listen to your own self. There's a little voice in your head that inherently knows everything that you're supposed to do. And a lot of us drown out that voice and try to live based on what this person expects, based on what our parents want us to do. But where you wind up in the end. So that would be my first point. That's a big observation I noticed, is that many people don't march to the beat of their own drum. They want to be accepted by their peers or by their colleagues or by their family or by their friends or by their spouse or whatever the fuck. But look in the mirror and determine, what do you want? Reference my video, Rudderless Ships. All right. Second thing that I've noticed is it's important to adopt a Machiavellian approach. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, like, even me, I've started this new job, right? And I have a different way of working than, let's say, my colleague who's been in this position doing it for a long time. Normally, what I would do is I would take my hard-nosed approach. I would basically think, yo, my way is better than his, so I'm going to try to take over. Not really a good way to actually get in there with your colleagues, because then they're going to feel threatened by your approach. So what I've done is actually tailored it more towards being accepted by him, right? Talking with him, conversing, being on the same level, being cool, but at the same time on the sneak, bringing in my way of working, which is more streamlined, more organized, and more like I put more thought and creativity into my work than maybe he does. Not a shot against him, but I basically want to take over. But I'm going to do it with basically a smile on my face, and with him still getting some of the credit and not just trying to come and run him over, more trying to come and, like, be a smooth takeover, a smooth transition. You don't have to be an asshole, you know what I'm saying? You can still take over, but slowly but surely and with a strategy. So that's one thing I've noticed, is to adapt the Machiavellian approach. Like, one thing I've learned by reading Robert Greene's book, Seduction, is that one of the main sins or like downfalls of man, one of our biggest character flaws, is the flaw of vanity. Everybody wants to be seduced. Everybody has, let's say, flaws, but we all, for example, like to have our ego stroked, is the best way I could say it. You know what I mean? So vanity is a good flaw for you to take advantage of if and when you want to actually either seduce somebody, and it doesn't have to be sexually when I'm talking about seduce, or if you want to take over in the way that I'm mentioning. Like, let's say at work, you seduce your boss. You converse with him, you make him feel comfortable, you make him drop his defensive guard by maybe complimenting his car, by maybe talking to him about things that you know he's interested in. You have a boss that's into golf, and then you watch a little bit of the PGA, and that's a talking point for you to actually break the ice and get your foot in the door, as far as like making him feeling comfortable talking to you as a subordinate. You see, it's simple things like this that I've learned already when I was younger. But reading books, as I always tell y'all, is very important, has also been something that I can add to my repertoire. Like reading that book Seduction, I understand like broken down in all of the different ways that seducing people can be a useful tool in getting what you want, all the while maintaining a good relationship with said person or persons, right? Another thing, haters. Like, the big thing I notice about haters is a lot of people have like this misconception. They have this misconception that haters are always people from the outside. Haters are people that are strangers or enemies and things like that. Like, nah, man, haters are everywhere. You got haters that are in your friends group. You got haters that are in your family. You got haters that are at your job. You got haters that honestly smile right in your face. You even got haters that are of the opposite sex. Yeah, I said it. You have haters that are the opposite sex. So I don't really think that haters are a bad thing. I don't think that haters should be done away with. Like, first of all, it's impossible. But second, like, I think that, as I said before in one of my other videos, they're not really mad at you, per se. I think what they're mad at or what makes them uncomfortable is the fact that if you're a person who is, let's say you're following my channel, you've been looking at all my videos, how can you not be improving? How can you not? As much as I stress on eating right, working out, reading, getting away from being on the screen all day, making a strategy for your life, semen retention, retaining your sperm so that you're not every single day fucking just jacking off and watching pornography and stuff. Like, I'm saying stuff that honestly is just gonna make you a better man. Like, look at me. Are you seeing any sign that I'm going in the wrong direction? I mean, I talked to y'all about, hey, I'm trying to get on with this new job and and then here I am now, weeks later, in obviously a better environment. I'm telling y'all about semen retention. You looking at my face, everything all clear. Where is that coming from? Yeah, of course, it could be because I'm just a clean person, but a large part of it is the fact that I'm saving my seed and I'm getting the results I want out of life based on that. But now, I don't think haters necessarily hate me or hate you. I think it's more because your success, growth, prosperity, your results that you're getting from, let's say, taking certain steps in life are reminding them in a subtle fashion that they're not getting the same results out of their life. And maybe they don't have the discipline or the grit within their character to put everything on the line like you are and make it to the level that you're on. And like I said, that's friends, family, even your own fucking spouse can be a hater. Let's say you, for all intents and purposes, let's just make a man and a woman, right? Let's say the man stops smoking. The woman still smokes, the man stops smoking, right? The man stops smoking and then like months go by and the man is actually seeing the results of not smoking. The woman is not necessarily a hater when she makes sidebar comments at the man, but it could be that she knows she doesn't have what it takes to stop. So it makes her a little bit unsettled knowing that, fuck, we both used to smoke. I used to see him do bad just like me. But now that he's doing good and he's stopped and getting the results of being a non-smoker, it's putting me in the hot seat to either stop or continue knowing that I'm not going to get the results like he's getting. What if I don't want to stop? What if I'm not ready to stop? What if I don't have what it takes to stop and I know that inside, or I'm not willing to go through the difficulty of stopping? Meanwhile, he's already stopped and is already, let's say, having cleaner teeth and deciding to replace that time where he was smoking with a more beneficial activity. The wife is now a hater of the husband, even though she's not really like a hater that you would imagine in your head when I say the term. Or let's say I've even seen this at my new job. Like, I'm one of the younger guys, right? So I'm coming in as a young Thundercat, as they would say. I have ideas on how things can change. I have ideas about how I can utilize my time at work more efficiently. Rather than just bullshitting on the job, I'm thinking of what can be done while I'm at work. See, the thing is, that's a mentality I know a lot of people don't have. They go to work and they're trying to figure out ways to get out of work. I go to work and I'm thinking of shutting everything off that's non work and really digging in. I want to get kind of sweaty at work. I want to kind of, yo, whatever we got to do, let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? You got other people that feel threatened by that because they want to chill. So if I'm coming in with that mentality, hey, I'm at work, let me go ahead and shut off anything that is not having to do with that, and let's get to the task at hand. And then you have another dude who's all about trying to like sham and hide out, and yo, immediately when they don't have nothing to do, yo, let's take it back to the crib. A dude like me who's younger, coming with gusto and like physical power and wants to actually get some shit in, I'm gonna be looked at as a little bit of a threat, ain't I? Everybody else want to sleep in. I'm waking up mad early during those hours of you snoring in the fucking bed, and I want to go for a run. I want to hit the gym. So the thing is, those are just like 3 observations that I'm making easily over just the last 3 weeks, and I could go on for days, but I don't want this video to drag on too long. So march to the beat of your own drum. Trust yourself. At the end of the day, you know what you're supposed to be doing. And we're living in an age where everybody else is so influenced by the outside. Be influenced by your own damn self, alright? So that was a little rant off the top. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video. Coming up very shortly. It won't be a long hiatus, alright?